Okay, so that's good communication, even though I got it through a middleman. Come on, Delana, talk to your coach here. I want to help. I'm on your side. But if you got to speak through your mom, that's great. She's a great middle person. Okay, first thing, get farther back on the camera so I can see a more. I can always bring it closer if I want, but I can't push it farther away. So I always suggest about 20 feet, and then let's get the right angle over here correct. So no, the reason these feel good because there's no shot in there make them in your hand to feel bad, but they're not good. We're not getting done what we want to get done, and we are getting better, but no, we're not. Still not. When we're arriving to the middle right here with the right leg, that we shouldn't be facing this way, and we shouldn't have this kind of thing. We should still be here, vertical, like this. And we should be facing the direction of the throw. When the right leg gets right about here, we should be facing that way instead of that way. So we're over-rotating. That usually has something to do with speed.
Dave, Delana wants to know.
But you're not doing poorly there. It doesn't look too fast to me. So then I'm starting to think that you're just picking up the right leg too late. But I use this angle to determine that. So get that back to me. And Delana, be patient. You're doing great. It's summer now, and we're breaking your throw down. We're not putting it together. You're describing what it feels like to have a whole throw, and you don't like it. And I'm looking at it from one piece in the back of the circle and saying I don't like it. Understand? So we're gonna go with me on this. I'm not trying to fix the whole throw right now. We're trying to break the throw down and get pieces of it corrected, okay? And this is new. This is more advanced technique, and you're ready for it. You're physically ready for it and mentally ready for it. And listen, when I say this, and I want you to really, really trust me, get your head out of how far. Stop thinking how far right now. How far, the next time I want you to think about how far is next February, right before track season. Then we'll worry about how far. Now, if you do that, if you back off on how far and quit judging everything by the overall flow of the whole throw, just judge it as one piece at a time. Do you remember to touch your nose? Remember when I may send that video out to you again for you to re-watch. But we don't learn physical movement all at once. We learn it one piece at a time. And our brain can only do one thing one piece at a time. Do you remember when I said about when you were younger and your mom or dad teased you about rubbing your stomach and patting your head at the same time, and your brain just like laughed, you couldn't do it, you patting both or rubbing both until you can start rubbing your stomach and then stop thinking about it and then start patting your head. One thought pattern, one movement. That's the way we learn physical movement. We then hand over. If you want to do two movements at once, you hand one over to the part of the brain that's automatic, and you don't have to think about it. Well, in order to do that, you've got to do it 1,000 times and get it right 1,000 times before you can hand it over. So we're in the process of building new technique right now. You did great. You had an awesome freshman year. You went to state meet, for goodness sakes. You could rest on your laurels right now. Okay, I know how bad you want to go far. And I know that, and that's why I know you're going to go far. But it's a longer road if you got to learn new movement and go throw far at the same time. Because what happens is you get frustrated. And I want you to know what frustration does, right? Frustration is a chemical producing mental approach to life. Okay, so when you get frustrated, that produces all kinds of chemicals that shuts off the communication from the brain to the body. Okay, anger does that, fear does that, frustration does that. All of those categories, it basically says you shut off the learning because your brain is turning your body over to the fear of flight or fight, which means that the automatic, everything that you're already capable of doing is what takes over, and change is very difficult. When you remain calm and you stay positive and you work one piece at a time, change can occur in that environment. In an environment that's very frustrated, and I suspect you, if I know you, which I do, if I know Miss Perfectionist, I suspect that after the first couple drills, if you don't feel great, then you start getting frustrated. And your learning session is over because the chemicals are being produced inside your brain, and all your movements being handed over to the other part of the brain that does auto movement, which means change is very difficult. Also, really heavy lifting can shut that connection off for about 48 hours. So high intensity lifting, which I doubt if you're doing. But just so you know, when you start going in the weight room and you lift really heavy and you really try to do high intensity, 3 reps, 4 reps, and your brain body connection breaks down then as well. And that is part of getting better. We accept that, we work past it. But the frustration, that's just mindset. You can change that. You can change it. And that's the reason we try to not worry about how far is because we need to worry about how. And the reason we worry about how, and the way we worry about how, is we take it one piece at a time. And one piece at a time is not going to improve the final product. It will eventually when we get enough of the pieces. Okay? I think you're physically capable of doing a lot more. So let's just keep working one piece at a time. And you guys get me the videos farther back, 20 feet on both sides over here, okay? And over back here. And then I'll make I'll be able to make the change I want to make. I think I know what it is, but I still want to see it, okay?